In this episode, I'm going to teach you a way to market your tutoring business. If you want more students to hire you, the strategy I'm going to teach is a way that will actually have people all across the world see you as the best tutor for them. Now, this strategy actually does more than that. It'll position you as the go-to authority on YouTube for your subject. Let's dive right in. So I work with lots of different types of businesses, and I really help them dominate YouTube. And I've come across a lot of questions that students are asking about different subjects or about getting help. So let me show you first what we're able to do on YouTube, and then we'll translate that to your tutoring business. You'll see here on YouTube, if you type in how to get business credit with poor personal credit, you'll see Noelle Randall at the top. This is a client of mine, I put her there. If you type in how do millionaires build wealth using life insurance, you find Doug Andrew at the top, and I put his channel there. If you type in how to grow your church congregation, you'll find Chris Abbott at the top. If you type in how to treat hormonal imbalance in teenage girls, you'll find Dr. Carrie Ann Perkins at the top. How to become a politician, we put Jay Townsend at the top. So I haven't worked with a tutoring business yet, but that's why I'm making this video, because I want to show you that this strategy can work for you too. And how do I know that? Well, you might have noticed that all of those examples I shared were based on questions. And I know how to do keyword research to find the questions that people are asking on Google and YouTube. Let me show you what I found in your business. Now this tool here is called the Keyword Magic tool. Let me replace this. You can get a free trial of this tool if you go to herokeywordtool.com. Let me paste in there, learn Spanish. All right, let me show you what's here. So as that loads, you'll notice I have the questions button turned on, and I have an advanced filter here of a word count of 8. So I'm looking for questions about learning Spanish that have 8 words or more. And there are a ton. How long does it take to learn Spanish? Can I learn Spanish at a community college? How to learn Spanish and Tagalog at the same time? So what you want to do is do a search like this and comb through, and some of the questions are going to be your ideal customers, and some of them aren't. And you want to pick the ones that are your target audience. Now also, the search that you do can direct that a lot. Like here's one that's probably going to be a lot more focused to you. If I type in SAT prep and hit search, how long does it take to prep for the ACT? You could make an episode answering that question. Or how much does an SAT prep course cost? You know, a lot of other questions that are similar. You want to find the ones that are unique. This one's kind of interesting. How to prep for the SAT in a week. So if you know a strategy of cramming for it in 1 week, then you can make an episode about that. So I obviously don't know exactly what subjects you like to tutor in, but let me just give another example. Let's say you're a math whiz like my daughter, and I'll type in calculus calculator. Let's just see what comes up here. Do you need a graphing calculator for calculus? Okay, so that's a good question. How to calculate instantaneous rate of change calculus. See, I don't even know what that is, but you probably do. Are calculators allowed on the AP Calculus test? That would be something good for you to teach these students. Because we've found that there are very, very specific questions that you can answer, that's the first step. The second step is making the right type of episode answering this question so that it will rank at the top of YouTube and they could find you and hire you for tutoring. So prior to filming this episode, I made another episode going into depth on this strategy. There are 5 ingredients. If you go watch the video, it's called YouTube SEO, the LEAF strategy. You've got to understand what the LEAF strategy is. It's going to transform your business.